Alright guys, that was the Super Mario Brothers theme song, and by request, and one of my favorite ones to teach my students because it forces them to learn a couple of scales, and if you want to be able to play this song you have to learn a couple of scales yourself. I'm doing this song in the key of C major, so most of the notes from this tune are going to be coming from either the C pentatonic major or the C major scale itself. So let's walk through the fingerings for those two scales. Very simple. I'm in the 5th position, which means my first finger is aligned on the 5th fret. And I'm going to start my scale actually in the middle of the scale. I'm going to start it on this note. This is the 4th string, and this is a G. And I'm going to play G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. So it's just a 5-note grouping. And this would be very familiar to those of you who know your pentatonic minor. If I were to play an A minor pentatonic, it's the same fingering, but we're playing it over a G major sound. And I'm putting it in this position. Most of the melody is coming right from this scale. There's a few chromatic chromatic spots, and there's a couple of weird string crossings. In fact, that's the biggest string crossing I've ever seen, 4 in a row. And you got to work that to make it really, really clean. Let's walk through the tune really, really slow. I'm going to start from the little prefix section of the tune that goes like this. And that's straight out of the pentatonic scale. We're starting on the 3rd string. String crossing, repeat it, and you have a double string crossing right there. Alright, here's the actual guts of the melody. First 3 notes are the notes from a C major chord. And that's 7th fret, so it's 5, 5, 7. Then I shift up 2 frets and grab this A and do a little chromatic move there. A, B, B flat, A. And it's important that you shift. You can't try to grab that. If you can, well, you can grab it if you have the dexterity. But why make it hard? I like making it easy. And then you're back here, and here's where we do that big 4-string string crossing. Here's a note that's from the major scale, not from the pentatonic scale. String crossing. Alright, I'm going to walk through that whole phrase again so you can see what I did. Sorry. I'm going to do it again. Okay, here's the second half of the tune. Very chromatic. We're we're starting on this note, and we're going to be actually playing all 4 notes here in a row and this one. And it's going to be something that you're going to want to work on, especially if some of these crazy fingerings are a little unfamiliar to you. This will take a little bit of work, but here it is in slow motion. Purely chromatic. That part's simply pentatonic. And here we go again. And here's my favorite part. Grab that high C and the E and do the little thing at the top there. I like that. And then the last 3 notes, or you can harmonize it with the chords with an A flat and a B flat and a C. And you notice I played successively less strings on each chord. Oops. Okay, let's look at some of the scales that might help you getting the fingering of this tune. I want to look at the C major scale, and since we're in the 5th position, I want to plant my C up here on the 8th fret under my 4th finger. And you know, this piece of music is not a beginner's piece of music, so you want to make sure that you have some dexterity, and especially you can have use of all 4 fingers fairly equally for this piece of music. Here's a C major scale from top to bottom. C, B, A, G, F, E, B, C. We can go to B here, or we can go there, whatever you want to do. A, G, F, E, D, C. That's a really important scale to learn, and it trains not only your knowledge of the scale, but it trains your fingers of your left hand, and it trains your pick. Because there's a lot of very fast alternate picking in this piece of music, so having your pick together will make it possible to play this at a decent tempo. Although playing it at a slow tempo, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't get points for speed, you only get points for accuracy, as far as I'm concerned. Here's that scale again. Okay, and going back to the pentatonic scale, we just removed 2 notes from the major scale. Those are the 2 fundamental things you should work on that will help you get warmed up to play the Mario Brothers theme song. Now I'm going to play it at a very slow tempo, almost painfully slow, so you can dissect every last thing. Because I'm not going to put a handout in with this one. I think you can just see visually what's going on, and thanks to YouTube you can stop and rewind and look at sections again. From the prefix of the tune. Let me talk about picking for a minute. The pick is the unsung hero. If you read guitar magazines, everyone talks about speed and everyone focuses on crazy left-hand fingerings to make you play fast. The fact of the matter is, the pick is the engine room, and if the engine isn't running, you're not going to go anywhere. So the secret to good picking is efficiency of motion, and this is a whole nother topic. but we need to talk about it when we're talking about a tune as intricate as this. My picking technique is as minimalistic and simplistic as it possibly can be so that I don't have to exert a lot of energy to get a lot of notes out. My downstroke is very simple, and I'm going to get the guitar really close here so you can see it. I lay my pick on the string and just push the pick through the string and let the next string stop my pick. So I'm not starting the pick and stopping the pick in midair, because we don't want to do that, because we've had to exert all kinds of energy to get the pick in motion and then to get the pick to stop. Let the next string stop the pick. And then your upstroke comes right back to that starting point. So instead of a bunch of curved motions up and down over the strings, you have a straight line going in and a straight line coming out, and you have a note for every time the pick moves. And it's simply a matter of getting this wrist to relax. A lot of people anchor the hand on the guitar, and I've done that from time to time for different things, or if I'm muting, like if I'm playing rock and I'm muting the chords. But when you're doing some fast notes, you want that wrist to be relaxed enough so that you can swing it quickly, because your wrist was made to go this way. It wasn't made to go this way. So if you're going this way, you can move in this pendulum motion and make it easier to play fast. And playing clean and fast is better than playing fast, because fast and dirty is still dirty, and this tune won't allow you to play dirty. So good luck with your picking, good luck with your left hand, good luck with the tune. In fact, let me see some videos of you guys playing this tune. Everyone loves to play this thing. I want to hear how fast you guys can do it. Good luck. See you next time.